What's up? It's time for another horror film review. Today we're going to talk about The Damned, which is also released as Gallows Hill in some countries and stuff. So it was released October 17th, 2013. It was directed by Victor Garcia, who did films like The Communion Girl and A Fair to Die For, Mirrors 2, and Hellraiser Revolution. So you can basically tell where this is going, especially if you see my review on Hellraiser Revolutions. That's like one of the lowest Hellraiser movies, so my expectations weren't that high for this. But yeah, The Damned. Well, a group of young adults are traveling through the Spanish countryside, I guess it's supposed to be, and they get into a car wreck, and then during a storm, and they have to seek refuge in this house where at first they're not allowed. They're told not to come in, but then they go in and they start being nosy and looking around, find this locked door, open it, and their worst nightmares is unleashed. This film is very cliche. It has pretty much every horror film cliche. There is some good creepy stage scenes in this. There's some good dark, scary, like almost conjuring like scenes in it. But with how they do it, it's very obvious of where it's going, and there's not much tension. They don't really build any tension. It's more jump scare factors, which is very cliche, especially at the time. It was very common. And yeah, it wasn't that well written. The characters are paper thin, and yeah. And if you don't like crappy CGI weather, well, that's littered throughout this. There's some very obvious fake CG rain, especially in the opening, and yeah, some of the acting is also very cheesy and wooden. There's some really good dramatic scenes, but then you could tell some scenes are rushed to get the film done, where it wasn't that much. Also, half of this film is heavily in Spanish, so if you aren't into that like type, if you don't like uh, those type of films where it's like half English and half some other language, this one might be a little frustrating to watch because half of it's subtitled. But yeah, it does have some good dark undertones and stuff, but it's a very cliche story with a very standard twist in it. And overall, it was just all right. It wasn't very spectacular or anything, but like it did have some creepy scenes and stuff, but overall I still think it was meh. So The Damned, or Gallows Hill, whichever one you want to call it, I'm going to give this film a 2 out of 5. It's watchable, but it's definitely not the greatest or anything like that. And yeah, so you're either going to like it or you're not. Me, it was more on the not. So yeah, but if you want to check it out, I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere or anything, but I'll at least link the trailer down below so you can check that out. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my in the future on my stories. Either film time hashtag, the subject of film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, make sure you check out my Letterbox. That's linked down below. That's where I always post clips of, or that's where I post my first star rating after watching the films, and my Twitch down below. Reviews _ Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Then loop this channel, like this video, share some more people, wherever. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future. Comment them down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe. Hopefully find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also so hear my opinions on popular films, look for my classic films and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell, because we're going to go down to the 70s and talk about Count Dracula. It's been a while since I did a Dracula film, so I heard mixed reviews of it, and I've never seen it. I wanted to check it out, so I did. So the good old Christopher Lee playing Count Dracula shouldn't be that bad. So we'll be checking that out in the next review. Watch out for all those haunted houses that you have to stay at when you crash your car with your friends because you're idiots. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.